Okay, so I had two important things I wanted to say this morning. First is three important things I wanted to say this morning. The first is sleep is awesome, and one of these days, today, later today, at some point, I plan to get some. I think that'll be awesome. Had some. I'm getting to go in a little late. I'm really thankful for that. But second thing is, and this is just kind of weirding me out, dude. I'm like wasting away to nothing. I know this is like but dude, in relative terms, that's wow. No, I've lost like 72 pounds since January, and it's freaking me out. It's freaking me out a little bit. But the important thing is my Uncle Ted. So there was this teacher, and this teacher, like fourth grade teacher, she tells this class, I want you to think of a story with a moral to it. Come back and tell the class. So next day they come back, and the teacher calls up little Susie. Little Susie comes up, and she says, well, my father owns a farm, and every Sunday we take the eggs from the chickens, and we put them in an incubator and wait for them to hatch. And last Sunday, only 8 out of 12 hatched. And so the moral of the story is, don't catch your chickens before they hatch. Teacher goes, that was really good. Well done, Susie. You fulfilled the terms of the project perfectly. You get an A. Go sit down. So next she calls up little Sally. Little Sally. Well, she says, my father also owns a farm. We take the eggs, we put them on a basket, on a cart, we take them to town to sell every Sunday. I don't know who's buying eggs on Sunday, but Sally's family's got them. So keep an eye out for them. So anyway, she says, last Sunday, we're on the way to town, we hit a bump in the road, and the basket tipped off, and some of the eggs broke. And so, moral of the story is, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I mean, come on. That's pretty easy. She goes, good job, Sally. You kids are really getting this. I'm very proud. I'm very proud of you. So, teacher's feeling so good about herself, she decides to call little Billy. He's had a reputation for being a bit of a troublemaker. Well, little Billy gets up there, and he says, my Uncle Ted fought with me, okay? My Uncle Ted was flying on his airplane one day, and he was shot down. And he managed to bail out with nothing but machete, machine gun, a case of beer. So, he drinks the beer on the way down. Unfortunately, he lands in the middle of 100 Vietnamese troops. I apologize to my Vietnamese friends. I have actual Vietnamese friends. This is just a joke, nothing personal. So anyway, he says he drinks the case of beer on the way down. He lands in the middle of these 100 troops. So he gets out his machine gun and he shoots 70 of the enemy. But they keep coming. And so he gets out his machete and he stabs another 20. But then there's still 10 more, I think, if my math is working. And I've had like 3 hours sleep and no caffeine yet. So finally, He has to kill the last 10 with his bare hands. I could have used one hand, but that's kind of silly. It was 10 guys. You probably needed 2 hands or something. So anyway, he finishes his story, and the teacher is just beside herself in disgust and contempt. This is awful. This was atrocious. The kids are crying. They're going to be in therapy. What possible moral could you get from such a reprehensible story? And Billy says, "Don't mess with Uncle Ted when he's been drinking." Yeah, that's right. Ended on a child abuse note. That's classy. That's edgy humor. That's the way they're doing it now. That's what the kids are into. Anywho, the reason I know that joke, the reason that's my favorite joke, is because years ago I worked at a sports camp. And the bus system I worked for actually used to drive. It was a great sports camp. They'd drive all over the county. They'd bring kids back for the summer camp for low-income kids. It was great. It was great. But anybody could attend. But he was really cool. Or not cool if you were. You had one counselor and one driver. If the counselor was in the back of the bus, kids in the middle of the bus would go crazy. If the counselor was in the middle of the bus, kids in the back of the bus would go crazy. And the driver was always having trouble trying to keep the kids in the front. This driver's just supposed to be driving. Okay? Alright. Interestingly enough, I did this camp. I done that camp as a kid, as a counselor, and as a bus driver. I've done it all 3 ways. Anyway, so as a counselor, I had an innovative strategy to make this work. Dig this. This is great. You don't stand in the front and talk to the driver and let everyone go crazy. You don't stand in the back and let people in the middle go crazy. You stand in the stairwell in the middle and you tell dirty jokes. And if you do, all the troublemakers from the whole bus will congregate around you and fight for those seats. And you know what? They'll be your little deputized enforcers because it's loud on that bus. So if they want to hear the jokes, everyone else has got to shut the hell up. So, worked beautifully. The only catch is I had to think of jokes or find jokes that were good enough to hold their attention, or dirty enough to hold their attention, but clean enough for me to keep my job. And that was always my favorite one. The second one that I'll never forget was a bear walks into a bar, walks up to a bartender, says, "Give me a beer." Bartender says, "We don't serve bears here." So, next day, wait, not next day, it's not next day, it's the same day. Anyway, so bear's like, "Come on, man, I've been out in the woods for a while, I'm thirsty, it's hot as hell, just come on, give me a beer." Bartender says, "I'm sorry, we don't serve bears, we just don't." So, bear, again, please, come on, man, I've been out in the woods all day, it's hot, I'm thirsty, nothing but berries out there, and salmon, shit, just give me a beer, be cool. Trying to understand, it's company policy, my hands are really tied. So the bear flies into a rage. Says, "I'm mad as hell, that's all right, that's it." Says, "If you don't give me a beer, I'm gonna eat somebody." How you gonna feel about that? You're gonna have that on your hands. Can you live with that? Bartender says, "Please, sir, please, we obviously don't want anybody getting eaten. you gotta understand, it's not my policy. My hands are tied. I can't do anything. So the bear flies into a rage, grabs a woman off the bar stool next to him. I don't know why she didn't flee. There's a bear. He's talking. He's interested in drinking, so he can't be in a good mood. And he just threatened to eat somebody. This woman should have headed for the hills a long time ago. So, in my opinion, it's coming down the rails. She should have moved. Anyway, swallows her in one bite. One bite. Gulp. Gonna give him a tummy ache later. Should have chewed that. Should have chewed it thoroughly. He turns back to bartender. He says, "There. See what you made me do? You happy? Now will you give me a beer?" Bartender says, "Sorry. It's not bears on drugs." Bears on drugs? What are you talking about? That was a barbiturate. I didn't say it was a good joke, but the kids liked it. You guys have a great day. Head out. Later.